Hello and welcome to this module called Recording at an External Studio. Now note the title is External Studio and not a Professional Studio, because your own setup, whether it's at your home or local business center, should be just as professional in workflow and technical expertise as the swanky, shiny recording studios in the city you go to. Well, as long as your output material is comparable in quality, there's no need to be jealous of other studios, even though you don't have the luxury of a client's lounge or a cake trolley. Now, even though most of your work as a voiceover will be at your own facility and using the internet to communicate with clients and to send them files around the earth, there will be occasions when you'll be invited to physically travel to studios. Often, these will be for well-paid commercial voiceovers, and there'll be good opportunities to meet with, say, ad agency people and even the clients of the produce or service being advertised. So it's well worth dropping everything and going to the session, even though you know in your heart you could do the job just as well at home being directed by Skype. Now, there are, of course, some situations where you do have to be in the studio with others. What if you have, say, a dialogue part with another voice actor? It's difficult to record and control conversations between two or more actors using the internet and in different studios with varying quality of microphone, varying acoustics of their voice booths and so on. So you need to be kind of together. Or you could need to sync your voice to a ready-cut video. And unless you have this playback facility, video playback, in your own studio, and it is expensive to get a good setup, so a technician and a sync loop system will make your life much easier. Of course, the main reason why you have to go to a physical studio is that the creative agency person needs to justify their job. So a morning out at an expensive city centre studio is, of course, essential, darling, to ensure the correct recording of your voiceover. You couldn't possibly be trusted to do it on your own, could you? So now you have a basic overview of the situation. So here are the rules of the game. Reply to the studio request promptly and professionally. Confirm the time, date and studio in your email reply. Agencies are often busy and have been known to mix up bookings. Listen to the demo recording you sent to them that actually got you the gig over everyone else that auditioned. Try and understand what they liked about it. Memorize every nuance before you go to the studio. Arrive at the studio a good 20 minutes before you need to. Yep, 20 minutes, half an hour if you like. Say the train was early. Make some excuse. You see, even if your agency contact isn't there, it's a good opportunity to schmooze the receptionist or technical people who may have some other work for you in their in tray. You know, this tip really pays dividends. Most people like to chat if they're not really busy, and you could offer to record a quick demo for a completely different project while you're there. Yeah? Don't forget to leave your business card. When the ad agency person or people arrive, and I say people, I was once at a TV commercial session in London, 5 agency people and 4 clients, all to hear a very simple voiceover session. Say hello and engage with some relevant small talk. Now, what I mean here is to say some positive things about the product or service you are advertising. Say some white lies if need be, but try and make it not about the weather or about your holidays or about the tie you admire or anything, but something about the product or something about the script or it's humorous or what a great idea or something like that. It butters people up. People like to hear that kind of thing. Grab the scripts, obviously. Ask the same sort of questions you would for any other session. In other words, the target audience, the style of voice they're looking for, timing considerations, pronunciations, and so on. Yes, I know you've done the demo, I know you've been accepted on it, but things change, and quite often they can change completely. We're not doing that anymore. You're now reading this. Fine, you're still paying me the same. Talking of which, the fee and the payment deal may have been mentioned in the original audition posting, or in the email inviting you to the audition. Do not broach the dirty subject of money at all, all right? Not at the recording session, unless someone else does. 2 reasons for this, really. The fee the agency are paying you, the voiceover, will almost certainly have a percentage markup when passed to the actual client. It would be very embarrassing for the client to overhear they're being stitched up. What? We're paying you $2,000, you're paying the voiceover at €1,000, and so on. So the agency may trouser some money, but fine as long as you get paid and you're happy with what you're being paid. The second reason is that you don't want to come over as a nasty, money-grubbing individual. You will be more liked and invited back if you have a cool, professional stance. After all, you're only there to deliver a professional service. And you just care that the final commercial or film is brilliant and award-winning, aren't you? You don't care about money, do you? Okay, in the voice booth, do not adjust the microphone position. If you really feel it's in the wrong place, ask the technician first. It's bad enough the studio owner and technicians knowing that their livelihoods is being eroded by people like you with your own studios, and then you come in and fiddle with their precious Neumanns. When you're in the voice booth, the control room will communicate with you via headphones. Now, you may not wear headphones in your own studio, so if this puts you off, put one side on an ear. Sometimes the talkback switch is off, so you can't actually hear what people are saying. Now, when you first start off doing these sort of things, it's easy to think the worst, and they're all talking about your awful delivery, but they're almost certainly not. Just be in mind that they're talking about stuff, but you don't need to hear it. The first thing the technician will need from you is level and to check the pop filter's in the right place. Now, rather than testing 1, 2, 3 and all this nonsense, just read the script. As well as being a better test of the setup, this will help you get totally familiar with the script, especially if there's been any changes, and also show your audience listening in the control room that you are a busy voiceover artist and you're keen to get recording, basically. You want to get started. You've got another studio down the road, haven't you? If your script is simply a few words, such as a tag, then for the technical check, pull out of your pocket another script you voiced recently. You just happen to have it in your pocket. Ideally a big-name client, one that you can impress with. During the actual recording, if you make a mistake, stop and pick up again like you would in your own session. I know it messes up their timings, but you don't just pick up again or just start again. Ask if you can start again. You don't need to say take 1, take 2 and so on. The technician will be marking these points on his computer anyway. He has to justify his job or her job. Remember throughout your session, be keen, positive, eager and happy. Tell a few gags if you like, as long as they aren't offensive and you're sure you'll get a good response. Hand around a bag of mints, anything. Now, you may get a situation where the first take you did was absolutely perfect. You nailed it. You know it's perfect. And so really do the people in the control room. But to justify another round of lattes and cakes, they ask for some more takes from you. Pete, excellent. Let's just try a few more, shall we? Right. So, the etiquette here is don't complain. Just do as they ask, all right? Try a few variations of voice or delivery to show your flexibility, even though they'll probably go back with take 1 in the end. At the end, once the best take's been accepted by all, don't outstay your welcome. The ad agency may need to discuss other matters with the client while they have them in the studio. So shake hands, say your farewells, make sure they remember your name. In a home delivery situation, you'd wait to invoice when the client has approved the recording. But, of course, since everyone has agreed on and signed off the voiceover, met you in person, you can invoice as well. So as soon as you get to your computer, send it off to the accounts department. Now, something about money. For TV commercials, there are usually 2 invoices. One is for the studio session itself, and another for usage, such as, for example, all UK media for 2 years or whatever. Now, people do this generally. In the unlikely case, after recording, they change their mind and use someone else. At least you're to be paid for the studio session, even if you didn't get the usage fee. And as a guide, average TV network ad, you'd be looking at something like $500 for a studio fee and about $2,000 per year, full buyout. Something like that. It'll be different in whatever country or market you're in. But anyway, there we go. That's what it's like being in an external studio. Don't forget to smile and just keep your nose clean. Good luck.